Hey guys, this is Kareem, co-founder of FirstBatch. With FirstBatch, we are building the universal interest graph and we are aggregating your interests into Web3.0. So within blockchain, we have many problems, but one of the main problems is blockchain data is not easily navigated and created. Blockchain data is too simplistic and too simplistic, and it is really hard to calculate user social alignment. If we want to have a great UX, monetization, and creation, we have to onboard different data points from different sources in a privacy-preserving way. So with FirstBatch, we are tackling this problem. While we are doing it, we have 25 different customers and partners that we are working with on the centralized social domain, infrastructures, wallet-to-wallet messaging, and events. In most fundamental sense, FirstBatch creates source-specific AIs, and these AIs understand who users are, their personas and interests, and by the way, they are not on-chain available. As you see, we can understand a user is a chess player, is into Figma or UX design by their on-chain transactions. So within these off-chain sources and off-chain personas interests, we can create a comprehensive decentralized identity on these sources. And while we are doing it, we are calculating many things at once. We are calculating proof of personhood instantly from these sources. But most importantly, we are onboarding your personas and interests onto Web3 for you to verify it. While we are doing it, it is an all privacy-preserving infrastructure and architecture. So all the sovereignty is the user's end, and they are not sharing these data with FirstBatch, with third parties, and no one. It is all in the client side. And our architecture is driven by three research areas: data and AI models that we have been working on more than 7 years with our co-founder, privacy preserving part of zero knowledge, snarks, and attestation creation, and also token distribution and the proof verification. And while we are using these off-chain consensus-driven AIs, we are onboarding these data into fully decentralized interest graph on Arweave. So within this, we can calculate three main things that right now we can't do on Web3. We can calculate social alignment in a privacy-preserving way between two wallets. We can calculate social alignment between a wallet and a content post and a channel. And also dApps can calculate and cluster these data points within our graph. And the graph that we are building is fully decentralized, running in a decentralized way, built on Arweave. So we believe that this parallel web vision will scale FirstBatch with a really interesting and in a decentralized manner. And how it starts is FirstBatch give the apps and users to gate themselves and create their attestations and interests by their own chain data points. So if you're holding tokens, if you contribute in DAOs, of course, they are really important, and we can cluster the data on our graph and also segment our interests between these on-chain data points. But the second thing that we are empowering this on-chain data is your off-chain personas interests that are not available on-chain. So within this, we create a comprehensive graph with comprehensive identities and comprehensive creation and experience for any users. So what we are doing, right, with all this technical sense, we are creating all of the Web3 content. So what are they? We have the Lens protocols, these layer ones, these middlewares that hundreds of applications are building their decentralized socials and decentralized publishments. So within FirstBatch, we are saying, hey users, it is really hard to navigate hundreds of them. We aggregate hundreds of sources for you, create at once, and we are creating a universal feed for users to navigate through Web3 by their interests and personas. So all these feeds are created by AI, and they can navigate through AI with its contents. And not just this, as I mentioned, FirstBatch can calculate social alignment between a wallet and communities and NFTs, DAOs, and contents. So within this, NFTs are driven by people who has aligned goals and interests, right? And so with FirstBatch, we can calculate users a wallet social alignment between NFT communities and then navigate through them. So within this, the DAOs and NFTs can driven by a better environments with better monetization and better efficiency. Last but not least, the semantic recommendation that we are providing to any decentralized content navigate users to have better and creative experiences. We are hiring, guys. We just closed a round with the contributions of Foresight Ventures, Signum Capital, Animoca Brands Forj Network, QNBEYOND Ventures, Paribu, MEXC Global'ın, and many more. Right now, we are looking for blockchain developers, AI developers, and business developers who want to push through the proof of interest protocol and universal interest graph. If you're interested in building a permissionless graph that will unify and create hundreds of applications and middleware, this is the place for you guys. Last but not least, we are really appreciative of QNBEYOND Ventures and the accelerator, because when we were just three with an interesting thesis, they believed in us. they pushed us through in lots of processes on the customer side, on ecosystem building, on the HR and recruiting. So it was a great journey that we scaled together. And we are really eager to hear from you guys. You can contact me via my Telegram, Twitter, or info@firstbatch.xyz or FirstBatch on Twitter handle. Thank you guys for listening to me. It was a joy.
FirstBatch is a fantastic infrastructure for curating content for users. We're building a decentralized recommendation engine and navigating users to blockchain data, which is exactly what the space needs right now. We're using FirstBatch AI to create actionable interest for our users in privacy-preserving ways. And with our modular SDK, we're building excellent feeds and gates for our users, building one of the best UXs on the blockchain. After FirstBatch, our user retention went up, and we onboarded non-crypto users with ease.